Is FEMA redirecting funding intended for disaster relief to illegal immigrants? This misunderstanding is based on the notion that Congress provides FEMA a certain amount of money, then FEMA decides how that money is spent. But that is actually upside down. The way the budget works is that everyone who seeks federal funds requests them through the appropriate channels. Then the president reviews and compiles all of those requests into a single budget request. Then Congress breaks them back down into relevant committees and subcommittees in both houses of Congress. They are modified, negotiated, and approved accordingly before they are combined and receive a vote by each chamber. Next, the budget goes through a process of reconciliation, where the two chambers negotiate differences between the House and Senate versions. Once both houses approve the same version of the budget, it goes back to the president, who either signs it or vetoes it. One of the programs in the budget is called the Shelter and Services Program. This program exists for a reason. When people come here to seek asylum, they can only be detained for a limited time for a combination of legal, humane, and fiscal reasons. As immigrants go, asylum seekers fall into a kind of a gray area. While they are here with legal permission, they aren't documented, so they aren't allowed to work. However, to ask local communities to foot the bill to house and feed these asylum seekers would be too much. So the federal government provides federal assistance to state and municipal governments as well as nonprofit agencies which help. This funding is specifically requested by each agency or municipality or nonprofit. Congress, through its normal budgeting process, reviews the request and allocates the fund accordingly as described by the process previously. So for instance, the city of San Antonio was allocated $3 million. The United Way of Southern Maine was allocated $255,745. How much each organization or municipality is awarded depends on how many asylum seekers they are caring for, as determined by the specific alien ID numbers, a number similar to a social security number every immigrant is provided when they arrive. The sum of all of these programs is $640 million. So that much has been earmarked for the SSP. This money is distributed by FEMA, and there is a specific process where each government or nonprofit must follow to receive those funds. The Disaster Relief Fund, which is over $20 billion by comparison, is entirely separate and is based on projections of natural disasters. This is harder to plan in advance, as weather disasters aren't as predictable and are increasing in terms of both frequency and severity. However, FEMA is required by law to provide a monthly report on how all the disaster relief money is spent. While both the SSP and Disaster Relief Program are administered by FEMA, FEMA cannot take funds from one pot and move it to another. They must administer the funds according to the direction of Congress. Ergo, contrary to some statements, FEMA is not and cannot spend funds allocated for one purpose on another purpose.